So I decided to go for a mountain bike ride today. Well, not exactly a mountain bike ride, but it's on a gravel road. And I brought my water bladder and I filled it up and then realized I had not brought the seal thing. So I had to just fill my regular water bottle that I use at work. Since I came from work, I didn't have the other ones available to me. So unfortunately, that's what I have for water today. That's all I have, and I have to stop and get it out of the bag. So I'm very happy about that, but it's better than nothing. I cheated a little today. I drove up to this park and I'm gonna take the gravel road for a little bit. It's gonna be very slow because I'm a slow climber. This is all climbing. So green up here now. Got the river over here. Whew, I just climbed a steep hill. I was afraid to stop pedaling for fear I'd go backward. Well, this road was a dead end to a private property. So I gotta go back out to the main road. That's way down there. So this hill coming up right here, if I remember right, is 11% grade. I need to get water before I go up there. So by cheating and driving up to the parking lot, I'm out here without warming up immediately into these steep climbs, which makes me feel sick to my stomach, but oh well. I won't get to do this very long anyway. So just gotta deal with it. All right, I checked it and that side's still tight, but I definitely need to replace the missing one and put Loctite on the other ones and re-screw them back in. So that would be bad if those came out while I was riding. So the screws that I was talking about is in my rear rack. One of the screws had come out. There's just a little bit of snow in the shade of this building. That's all I've seen so far. Everything else is super green. My throat is so dry I can't even swallow. It takes a lot of effort. This road is long and steep. I'm in my granny gear. I'm moving along at like 2 or 3 miles an hour. Oh. So I think the goal is 2.5 miles up and then, 2.5 miles back and go home. We'll see what ends up happening, but that's my goal. Oh, I'm reaching a flat spot for a minute, or at least a few seconds. This pine tree has pine beetle borers. And these pine beetles kill the trees, but they leave behind these cool tracks. We used to have a cabin and we had 2 pillars inside and it had these pine beetle marks all over them. Look at this. Look at those marks. I love it. Okay, I love this one. I'm gonna take this one home. If I can figure out a way to get it on my bike. I love it. Well, I got it. I had this little bungee cord on the rack in case I ever needed it for anything. And I needed it and I used it. I'm 2 miles into this ride and I know I've been climbing, but I didn't realize I was climbing enough to get this high. What a view. Man, I wish I could go to the top today. that is definitely not gonna happen. I can't breathe. I barely saw this cabin on the other side of the river. It's pretty far over there. I'd love to go see it, but I don't think there's any way I could get over there. I have to go way down to the river, way up over there. That is so cool. I love to explore stuff like that. Ooh. Man. This road's making me fight for it. I had to stop again so I could breathe. This is like my subdivision. Steep, never ends. So I'm almost 2.5 miles in, but I don't really want to turn around at 6:38. I gotta turn around soon. Thought I heard someone's brake squealing, and then I heard it again and I realized it was a bird. That's so vibrant, the new growth. There's a lot of pine trees up here, so it's green anyway, but the new growth, the spring growth is super vibrant. One of the things that I love about biking is that you can see things like that little butterfly. As I was biking, I could see it flying around and I watched it land and get back up and 2 butterflies flying together. And then I got close enough and it landed. So I was able to get a little video of it, but that would never happen in a car. I found a little bit of snow over there and over there. So I got to some snow on the side of the road. The first snow I've been able to touch and look at. And that right there is a cougar. And there's some moose / elk in here as well. But I definitely see a cougar track. It's a little scary because I didn't think to bring my bear spray with me today. And I know the bears are already awake, or at least most of them. So, time to have that bear spray on me if I'm going to come up in the mountains. Well, I reached the next snow section. I do have to turn around here. Oh, there's a river, creek that comes down the mountain here. Crosses over here. Well, I went and looked. I don't see any tracks in this snow. I got snow in my shoe with that last one, and it's cold and wet now. Look at that, so beautiful. I wish I could camp right here tonight. It's a really good thing I have a helmet on, because I was looking at the ground trying not to fall over because there's so many rocks, or at least there were. This part's not too bad. And a branch hit my head because I wasn't looking up. Well, now this side is loose too. I just lost the bolt on this side, so it's making all kinds of noise. Gotta park this bike until I can get that fixed. Leo is not gonna be happy. Even when I'm going downhill, I have to go slow because of this. It's beautiful. And I'm kind of afraid my rack's gonna fall off, so I can't go too fast over these bumps. Oh, what beauty. Spring is amazing. And you hear that rack rattling around. It's hanging on though. I'm almost to my car, so it'll make it. I made it to my car. It came a lot faster than I expected. I still have my rack, but man, close call there. Still have my stick, so that's exciting. I'm gonna get this put in the car, get out of here. So I rode 3 miles, turned around. So I thought I was gonna get 6 miles, but I forgot about that road that I took right at the beginning that was a dead end. So I got 5.5. That's fine. It is so much cooler in the trees, but I am welcoming the sun right now, touching my skin because it's warming me up. Well, that's it for this ride. So I will see you next time. And until then, get outside and let that sun touch your skin.